Andy Johnson. We are looking at some simple tips to help your child become a better reader, and we're focusing on birth through age 6. These are simple ideas. You don't have to buy any expensive programs or any complicated computer stuff. Just some simple ideas that you can use as a parent to help your child become a better reader. The number one thing is read to your child as soon as you can, as much as you can. This builds vocabulary knowledge and conceptual knowledge, so that when they begin to read in school, the words on the page will match the dictionary in their head that you have helped to create. Also, your children, love the closeness, the feel, the sound of your voice. You're making this emotional connection with them that they'll then transfer to books and hopefully fall in love with books. The second tip is to expose your child to words. Be very conscious of the words you use with them, and it's okay to bring words into the conversation, even complicated words, as long as you explain them and connect them to things that you know. Again, you're building and expanding the dictionary in their head, so when they begin to read, they have things to connect to. The third one is pretend reading. After you've read a book many times, ask the child to read it back to you. And they'll use pictures to tell the story. This is pretend reading. It's an early reading thing. It helps them get the idea that words mean something in their stories. Expose your child to rhymes. Rhyming words, rhyming books, nursery rhymes, poetry, music, so they begin to hear the sounds within words and the sounds between words. So when it comes time for them to sound out words, it becomes a little easier. For example, the book Chick Chicka Boom Boom, Chicka Chicka Boom. It's the ch ch boo boo. It's the repetition. They hear it, they enjoy it. They're better able to associate then the ch with letters when it comes time for that. Reread the same book. Children experience books emotionally. They connect with it. You and we experience books logically. It's hard for us to read the same book twice. But children will read Green Eggs and Ham every night for a long time. It's because they're experiencing it emotionally. With repetition of the same book, then you begin to incidentally work on letter sounds. Ba, that's the B sound. Ba, ball and bunny have the same sound, don't they? Yeah, that's a phonics lesson. Very incidental, takes 5 seconds. Read bedtime stories. This is probably a connection of read to them. You cannot read too much to your child. Help your child fall in love with books. Make that emotional connection. Have books laying around. That probably means trips to the library. 7 and 8 are the same thing. So they can mess around, so they can see it, so they can read to each other. Books with lots of pictures in. Even if the book is a little above them, if there's lots of pictures, they can enjoy it. Regular trips to the library, if they know they're going to do that every Tuesday, they can sit and read and explore books in the library, pick out their own books, and have a lot of books to take home with them. Talk with your child, not necessarily to your child. You're interacting. They're hearing the sound and the structure of the language, which they bring then to reading. It helps them recognize words and make sense of sentences. And you're expanding, again, their vocabulary as well. You're talking with, you're responding, you're listening to your child. Talk with, hear them, respond, interact. Explain things. Explain the world. Point out things. Connect new words with concepts, old words with new concepts. You're building their version of the world. So when it comes time to read about things and learn new things, they're able to connect it up with things that they already know. Explain the world. And again, you're building that dictionary in the head and that encyclopedia in the head so that they can use that to understand what they're reading. Number 11 is to write letters. Absolutely. Now, the letter form might be them dictating to you as you write an email or write the letter, and they can see the letters and the words forming, and they're writing that letter. It might be using these scribbles and pictures, drawing and writing called driding, and this temporary spelling. And it's okay. We don't want them to spell, well, we want them to spell correctly, but it's not that important because these are the beginning stages of writing. This temporary spelling invites them to sound out words, to listen to words. Write letters to real people. Even if it's a picture, even if they scribble their name, it's good stuff. And the last one, letters. Play with letters, letter games, art projects, alphabet books to begin to put letters to sounds in a very incidental way. All right, these are just some ideas that can help you as a parent begin to get your child, to help your child. These are very important things to help your child become a better reader and get ready for school.